This is Robert Lewis with Jeff McHaddad. So he built this incredible 1958 Chevy Apache, right?
Yep.
And it's got a lot of custom features, custom parts, triple turbo setup. Incredible. We're going to take you through the build. It has a great history. Clint Eastwood tie-in. Tell me about the Clint Eastwood tie-in.
So this truck was actually owned by Clint Eastwood. He drove it in the movie, which I believe was Every Which Way But Loose. I could be wrong, but he sold it back to the production company. We bought it from him and turned it into this.
Wow. All right, let's go through the build. So Jeff, what do you call your truck?
I named it the Divergent Chevy. Hopefully you guys understand where that came from. We got a 6.7 Cummins, triple turbos. Motor's bored 20 over. It's got port and polished heads, 12mm CP3, backed by a 6-speed Allison transmission. Sitting on a 04 Tahoe chassis, just on the front half of the truck. Back half is a 14 back half.
It's insane. Let's check it out.
This wide body is off of a 2019 Mustang. Modified it a little bit to fit the truck a little better.
What size wheels and tires are you running?
We got some 20x10s up front, and the rears are 20x12s.
Take us through the turbo setup. This is what really caught my eye.
This is obviously exhaust-fed turbo, so it feeds up this bottom 73mm, which helps these top 68 spool up.
Wow. And it
Virtually
dumps
no
out.
exhaust, it just comes right out.
So what does it idle at?
It idles really low. Actual numbers are between, I think they're right around 1,000 actually.
Okay,
Yeah, real low.
very low. And the turbos spool up.
They spool up fast.
Yeah.
And they are pushing. I'm supposed to be wastegating it at 75 PSI, but I currently have no wastegates.
Wow. So the two turbos run sequentially
Yep.
on top, and they get spooled by the bottom turbo.
Yep.
And
Airflow from the front obviously helps a little, but they're mainly spooled by exhaust.
will you run a hood on this?
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But why would you?
Right, it's too beautiful.
Yep.
And tell me about power output. What do you think it'll...
So I haven't done
push.
it yet, but this motor made 980 to the tires on a single turbo in its stock application truck, which was an 8,000-pound truck on 37-inch tires. This truck probably weighs between 400 and 4,500 pounds. So our weight ratio there is a little off the charts.
And what's the goal for the build? Is it a multifaceted approach?
Yeah, you could say that. I'm going to run it on the drag strip, see what it does. I'm going to put it on the track and have a blast. And definitely shred some tires.
Yeah, we'd love to see you hit 200. Love to see some road course times on it. It's a serious build. And what sponsors do you have for the build?
Toyo tires, TIS off-road, fast fuel systems, APR performance, Mishimoto, Clinched, Mayhem Metalworks, Killer Creations.
Great. You want to?
These guys.
Yeah. It's a great list of suppliers here.
Yes,
You want to take us through the cabin too?
This is my wife's room away from the cold for the day, but
Hi. Staying warm in here.
Outlaw X ratchet shifter, as well as paddle shifters.
Wow. How many speed?
6. One seat. Don't need to kill the passengers.
So you have a couple of batteries in here, I noticed. Are those spare?
Those are Optimo is doing a cool deal if
There you go.
they wanted to give us batteries to put on the truck.
So heads up, Optima.
Yep.
Thank you. Hooked them up with the batteries, so you have a radiator set up back here.
Yep.
Tell us more about what's going on back here. This is a custom built frame.
Yep,
And-
full tube back half, inspired by like your typical pre-runner off-road truck. We even have off-road style coilover shocks, but these ones are internally valved and bumped, so they don't travel the full stroke of the shock. They actually only travel about that far, and they have internal bumps, so there's no need to run a rubber bump stop back here. The shock will handle it all.
Wow.
It's a 14 volt, 9 1/4 rear end, out of like your typical GM Escalade.
Yeah, those are stout.
Yeah.
One of my friends actually takes his Escalade off-roading,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't believe it, but they're very capable.
Oh, they are. I have 4 of them.
4 Escalades.
I'm a fan. All-wheel drive with a 6.2. They're rad.
Any of them on 28s?
No.
Okay, good. We're all
APR gave us this weight. Rates 1,800 pounds of downforce at 180 miles an hour.
wow. Full carbon fiber
Yep.
and aluminum uprights.
Yep. These were designed by me and cut out by a shop called the Blower Shop.
And they're a work of art as well. So you have a lot of different forms of adjustment here. One up here, one right up here. So for the different types of racing that Jeff is about to do.
My personal favorite, and I'm going to do some sort of like joke in the future. But there's actually a functional hitch receiver on this truck.
Really?
And
So-
my plan is, because I'm building a twin that's going to have a Duramax in it, I'm going to put the twin of this truck on a trailer, and I'm going to use this truck to pull the second truck into the show.
Love it. I think you'll shut down whatever show you show up
I hope
at.
so. That's the goal.
It is insane. The wing is as wide as my wingspan, about 75 inches. What size fuel tank?
It's a 26 gun.
26. So at top speed, you should be running through that pretty quickly.
Yeah, quicker than I'd like to be.
Yeah,
A lot of that fuel comes right out the tail pipe. So.
definitely. And tell us more about this. It's an 04 Tahoe.
Yeah, the front half's 04 Tahoe, back half full custom. Cab and front fenders is a 58. This bed's from a 64 that was narrowed 3 inches.
Wow.
Mustang wide body kit. Front bumpers from a 73 C10.
It's a conglomeration of parts. And it works too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an insane build. Thanks for bringing it out, Jeff.